What is up? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are out here at Hornets Nest Disc Golf Course. We're going to be playing at least what's left of the DGPT layout, little scoring round. So today is actually probably going to be my last round out here at Hornets Nest. This is my last week in Charlotte. I'm actually hitting the road next week. Just dropped off Paula at the airport this morning. So I got 1 week pretty much by myself, and I'm going to try and just go play all of my favorite courses in Charlotte. Very simple, play the courses one more time, film them, nothing crazy in terms of, video. It's just gonna be me playing the courses I enjoyed most while I was here. It is pretty early, at least for me. I'm the type of person who wakes up, not early, I guess. It's about 8:15 right now maybe. And I don't think I've been on a disc golf course before probably 11 a.m. in quite some time, so this could go horribly wrong. On the bright side, the weather is absolutely perfect right now. Actually it's probably already like 85 degrees, but there's no wind to speak of. It's supposed to be like 95 today, but we're just gonna get a quick little warm up here, throw some putts, and then get out on the course. But that is the plan for the week. So I'm not gonna promise anything, but I'm hoping for like maybe videos every other day for the next week or so, which will be nice because obviously if you follow along closely, I've only been posting on Mondays for maybe like a month and a half, 2 months now. Before you're around, you gotta hit this one. Grab the basket, squat down, ass to grass, get those hips open, crack those knees for the first time in the morning, and then just let your back, spine, lats, everything decompress. This one will get you ready to roll. Or at least better than you probably were before, because ain't nobody stretching nowadays at the Frolf Tube course. So Hornets Nest, probably one of the courses I played most while I was out here. Maybe once a week, all varying layouts. That's one of my favorite parts about Hornets Nest, is it does have 2 or 3 tees. So you can take it from like a challenging par 3 course to like a medium, par 3, relatively soft par 4s I'd call them, to like DGPT layout. So that's pretty cool. I like the variety that you get out here. I think it's a good course to kind of like train your game and just kind of work on wooded golf. Not really gonna set a score goal for today because I don't think I've actually played the DGPT layout since maybe when I first got here, so I don't really know. Honestly, I just want to keep everything under par and play well, play smooth, feel good about my game. If I do that, it should be very simple to keep it under par or a few under or even better. So I'm gonna stretch a little bit more and then we're gonna hit the course.
There's 3 keys to disc golf: driving, approaching, and putting. You need all 3 to do this disc sport.
Hole number 1, 414 feet, it says on here. On UDisc, it says like 440. It's a par 4 on here, and it's a par 4 on UDisc. I can't totally remember what they play this on the Pro Tour. Either way, it is a very tight, very straight line for hole number 1. So we'll just play the UDisc score. We're going 2 off 1. Of course, guys, sorry. That's the only cheating I'll do today, I promise. We're gonna go Era and Eagle forehand flip up. The reason for me that I go forehand on this is this tree, because I kind of have like a left to right pull. I would probably smack that thing, but we're just gonna try and go with like a straight fairway, smoothie it up there, pitch up, and get out of here. That's about halfway. That's probably playable. Let's try and improve on that. Get the Era. I need like 50 more feet down the fairway, I feel like. Yeah. Oh, miss that. Yes, dead center. Dart, forehand, upshot, extra soft tactic. Hole number 2, unfortunately, does not have the Eileen Green in play. Just got this straight up little tunnel shot here. This hole's a tricky one for me right now because my super straight touchy putter shots, to be honest, haven't felt great. All right, whew, first backhand of the day. Super touch. Oh, I did it. I did it. Oh. Ha. Oh. Dang it. Hole 3, 581, par 4. One of my favorite holes on the front 9 out here. I'm not the biggest fan of the front out here. I really like the back 10. It's like a Buzz SS on hyzer, late flip it to get it to end straight, or if you really get it, get a little trickle right, or it's a flex forehand. We're gonna go slightly beat up Star Destroyer here. Get up. Oh, one of the most unfortunate things about Hornets Nest is there's really not a good area to warm up, and hole 1 and hole 3 take what I would consider to be a power forehand, or at least a forehand that you would like to be pretty warmed up to throw. And so it's like, in order to put yourself in position on 2 of the first 3 holes, you got to have a shot that like you wish was in the middle of your round. But that's just part of the game. Honestly, we kind of had a fortunate little skip there, but unfortunately, it didn't get us anything real great. I think we're gonna have to just try and play for par here, try and pitch something up there. I'm gonna get greedy for you guys. It's only hole 3, but we're doing it. So basically, if I can beat this gap and then fade over, we gotta play. Oh, get through there. No, I'm gonna actually up the speed, go Destroyer, just so I know I can get there if I hit the gap. Oh yeah, come on, miss that tree. Oh, if you guys knew what I just did, we're saving par. No harm, no foul.
Just finishing up this video, and the last Howell PD actually just went live. They are available over on powergripusa.com. If you saw my video from a couple days ago where I reviewed a bunch of new Discmania molds, you'll see that I've really been loving this thing. It's a very flat, like not stiff, not gummy plastic, very good profile for a PD. Flies great, not beefy, not straight, holds a good flex line. Honestly, this thing has already made the bag this last week. It's been money. So if you're looking to pick one up, head over to powergripusa.com. Use code Broderick10. It's going to save yourself 10% off, and it's going to directly support me as well. If you're looking for any other molds, go there as well. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you're enjoying the video.
Hole number 4, I think it's like 600 feet maybe. Par 4, distance driver, hyzer, or just dead straight. Get yourself an upshot. We're going to go lighter weight, straighter reach. Hit it on a little hyzer, pop it up. Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, love that. So this isn't bad by any means, but honestly, I thought I was pushing a little straighter and I was gonna hit this and then get up there for like a little pitch up. I personally would rather have a little bit shorter, more hyzer shot, so I have a little chip forehand up shot, but this should work. My backhand, shorter, touchy shots haven't felt great. Like this shot right here, I'm honestly considering doing a forehand turnover approach because I think it, 1, matches the hillside a little bit better, and 2, it's just my more comfortable shot. If I were to mess it up, I feel like I look like an idiot, but honestly, I think that's just my higher percentage play right now. I just gotta get it right. Love that. Oh, it stalled a touch. That's fine, because I got a putt, but man, sometimes I feel like I think it's gonna hold the ante better. Should have I just thrown a hyzer with the putter? Go in. Pretty sure I just hit the cage, but that could have rolled OB. Okay, so my backhand upshot rolled down, but it stayed safe, which is actually just like a 20-foot uphill putt. Probably the smarter play. Honestly, right now, guys, I think I'm gonna do the smart play and just lay up. And then I'm gonna see if I can make it with player 2. I've already done one dumb shot on the front 4 holes. Yeah, see? Take your pars, kids. Low IQ type play for me on this hole. Unless during the Pro Tour, which I know the basket's actually not even right here, so it'd be different anyway. Unless there's a drop zone, the actual smarter play would be to try and park this to get your birdie. Because then if you were to go out of bounds, you'd go out of bounds right here, where I did stay safe. You take your meter, and then you just save a par anyway, rather than throwing a little prissy upshot, laying up for your par. Course knowledge, I guess, guys. Didn't really think about that. I think this plays right under 600 feet on UDisc at least. If I remember right for the Pro Tour though, I feel like they played the medium tee as a par 3 for the men, because it's more of like a mid 400 par 3, which scoring wise plays a lot harder than a under 600 foot par 4. We're gonna play them both, because I'm not totally sure. Just gonna go Scorpius. Yeah, basically I just want to land over by the short tee. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. Oh, it doesn't help when you throw it right there. Reach, Scorpius. We're gonna go ultra on both of these. Should be relatively simple up and down. Go in. Sit, sit. Not the best roll, but we can make that putt. Sit, nice. There we go. Well, par 4 we birdied, par 3 we parred. So I don't know what we got on this hole. I don't know what they actually played. Hole 6, 321. Unfortunately, this is one of the Pro Tour changes where it used to be a 450 foot par 3 straight out there, kind of let it rip, but we got OB on the side, which in my opinion is some of the best holes in disc golf are those mid 400 foot par 3s, because it's a very hard distance to reach accurately for most players, but the pros obviously excel, and it's cool to see them pull those shots off. So we're just gonna go a little stable approach. Yeah, that should work. As long as I get a little skip. Come on. Gotta let that a little short, not gonna lie to you guys. Leave it to me to say, wow, guys, we need more 450 foot par 3s in this sport, and then I noodle arm a 320 foot hole and leave it 60 feet short. Come on. And then I don't make the putt either. Hole 7, 584 foot par 4. Now this hole usually brings me quite a bit of trouble. It's usually because I try and play an aggressive tee shot, and then I just don't quite land it where I want it to land, and then you're kind of like scrapping from there. I'm gonna go with this flippy era, hit it on a backhand, try and get it to drift right, and hopefully slide up to the dirt, give myself a little upshot. I'm gonna try and just smoothie this one, nothing too crazy. Come on. Yeah. Keep turning. Oh, hit the tree. Drop. Drop, 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 drop. I went to OB. Dang it. Right away, I thought that was so good. That era is really new to the bag. It's a flippy one, but I feel like it's not quite a late turn flippy just yet. It's got to hit a couple more trees. Dang, I thought I really executed that shot well. I'm going to throw my Casey Pro Rock just to kind of see where that lands, and we'll go try and save for a par. The good thing is I did get up there quite a ways, so I should have a decent look at an up and down. See that, well, that'll actually be pretty dang good. but I kind of pulled that, even though it was a pretty solid shot. But when I go with the mid, I feel like I tend to kind of overcompensate the speed of the disc, even though I don't actually need to. I can get a mid-range to the landing zone just fine, but I feel like I throw it just a touch too hard and I kind of pull it over usually, and then it'll get early. This hole, it doesn't, any par 4 under 600 feet, I don't think takes, like, you break it into 2 shots, 300 foot, boom, birdie. It's when you get a little too greedy on that first shot. This hole, you do need to be in a pretty specific landing zone to actually have an open shot to the pin, but it's not that hard. I don't know. I feel like it should be like a straightforward hole, but it's the one hole out here that I seem to find trouble on. Probably a little touchy forehand here. Honestly, it might be the Era again. I'm gonna go Destroyer just to make sure I get the distance. I just want to be able to, actually we're gonna go Scorpius, but I just want to be able to get there. Give myself a putt. Get through the trees. It was sawed off, but I'm putting, so can't complain, I guess. One thing about a course like this is as long as you just keep scrapping away and minimize big mistakes, you don't need to stress. I feel like you can just get through it. As long as you know you're capable of the shots, you just start to execute. You can have a few mistakes, you know, and still keep a respectable round. I may have spoke too soon. Thought I had a putt. I got a couple tiny little righty spinner gaps. I got a hyzer and I got a straight shot. Should probably just lay up, but come on, Brad. There's our first bogey. That sucks. We made it to the back. I thought the first 8 holes were on the front. It's actually the first 7. So we got 11 holes left. 502 feet, it says. 534 on the sign. Seems a little more accurate. Last Howell. Money disc. This is kind of the perfect shot for it. We're gonna try and just hit her nice and flat. Maybe get a little drag to the right. And then just fade into the gap. Oh, that's... I don't really know. Not my best shot. The form was not feeling good there. Well, that was extremely lucky. You can see the basket right up there. I'm pretty early, but I got a gap. I think if I just take my Casey Pro Rock and just hit it in that gap, that's the play. Yeah. Now just miss all the trees. Hit a tree, probably a 35 footer. Man. Like the putt feels great, to be honest. Like it feels fine. I feel like I've just been a couple inches off. Basket is right there. Hole number 9. This is probably one of the best holes on this course, in my opinion. It is a par 3, 430 feet. I mean, look at this gap. Slightly downhill. The play for me is a mid-range or fairway driver that's a little flippier. Hit it on a steep hyzer, get it to flip up. And if you can drag it to flat or even a little right at the end, it'll stay a little bit straighter. I think we're gonna go Era instead of Buzz SS, just to make sure if we hit the gap, it gets there. Because the last thing I want to do is pure gap like this and then come up a little bit short. Too flippy of a disc. Come on. We're dragging right side. I think that's going to be clean enough to have a little circle 2 bid from the right side. Probably should have actually thrown my white Era, a little more stable one, because that drifted right. That shot I just threw was exactly what I needed on hole 7. Found my way down here. Looks like we got a little tree blocking us, but no sort of slide. Got a putt. You got a putt. Come on, I need one. Yep. Oh. From my angle, guys, that looked so money. From your angle, you can probably tell that it was about 4 feet short. Yeah, this distance is where, with my putt right now, I don't quite feel like I have a confident bid from, God, mid to deep circle 2, hole 10, par 4. This thing's less than 500 feet, at least, based on the T sign. Just gonna go Firebird, try and keep it close, right side, up around the corner, to give myself a little bit more open look at the upshot. Yeah, love that. Get down. I think we're playing. Some of you guys that are more analytical on form may have noticed that on that forehand, I did more of a short arm, more compact throw. And most of the forehands prior to this have done more of like a longer reach back, slower throw. And I'm working on developing an even better forehand, honestly. Forehand, I would say, is probably one of my strong suits. And I've really been trying to utilize my extremely long wingspan into that forehand. I'm still figuring out the timing, which is why I think some of the shots are coming out either a little high or just, you know, obviously just not quite as controlled as they could be. But when I get them right, they go way further with way less effort than my normal, more compact forehand form. So we're trying to dial in both of those. So let me know if you'd like another forehand, maybe not necessarily tutorial, but me just talking through, once again, kind of my ideas when it comes to developing a good forehand. Decent shot, because I've been in this spot quite a few times and I know I can get up and down, but I pushed it just a touch. Take the Ultra here, tip it over, try and get up there. Oh. Not stable enough. Yeah, see, all I needed was a little stability to just kind of bring this thing back down over there and give me a putt. Keep it honest out here. It's fun because obviously you can come out here and play the Pro Tour layout, but it'll never be the same conditions as playing in the Pro Tour Championships with the pressure, so it doesn't even matter. Hole 11, 651 foot par 4. Probably one of the best holes out on this course. I would call it a very demanding tee shot. You got to get straight and then you want to travel a little bit right. I think a lot of the pros went like putter and mid off the tee to get in position, kind of put themselves on the short tee for like a 300 foot, just kind of hyzer upshot. I'm gonna try and do that, I guess, with the Buzz SS. I'm gonna try and push a little bit up there, but if I hit this just hard on hyzer, it should just get its natural flight. As long as that turns. Keep turning, kick right. I know where that landed, so I know there's an upshot from there. I needed that to travel a little bit more right. You can kind of see what I mean here. Here's the short tee, and then the basket is kind of up in that gap. I'm pretty much like right there. So if I drifted a little right, you get to this big opening, and then you got a relatively simple up and down. You can see the pin, so that's good. Might be a turnover forehand because anything straight through here is a tricky line. I don't quite have a backhand hyzer. If I would have got any more distance to the right, we'd be playing. Could be a Buzz SS forehand turnover, a Minnesota slide, get us our 6 inches or so. Yeah, I like the Buzz SS forehand here. Hopefully I throw this and you see it swing back. Yep, nailed it. Go in. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's so good. Can I finally get a birdie, please? Been a while. Forgot what they looked like. Finally, a birdie. Guys, look at this Buzz SS. Shout out Bondi for the hookup. Freshy to the bag. Very similar to my go-to one, but a little bit more fresh, a little more stability. Hole number 12, par 4. It says 819, says like high 7s on UDisc. The yellow sign, if you can see that, otherwise just the tree line that sticks out on the left or on the right. If you can get past that, that's where you'll have some sort of look. Past that, and honestly on the left side is perfect, but it gets a little squirrely. This tee shot is very demanding, even though it is wide open. I think we're gonna just trust the DD1 here. Oh, that's actually probably good enough if it starts fading. Doesn't hit the trees. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good shot, not gonna lie, guys. I'm sorry for thinking I shanked it. I did, because that was not at all where I was trying to throw it, but that'll play. So right here is the gap in the woods. When you throw just a pure hyzer, you don't get any push forward really. So where I was trying to be is kind of the end of where the shadow is, because then you actually have some sort of a look into the gap. Whereas right now, it's a super, super greedy shot. The odds of you getting a 3 are just so low. So I think I'm actually gonna just play this one safe. Yeah, perfect. Pretty simple little upshot. Just for me not sucking, I'm gonna force myself to throw a little backhand upshot here and just keep it smooth. Oh yeah. Par. This is one of the holes on the course where par, you're happy all day. Hole 13, 360. Basically, it's just a hyzer, but the hill slopes right to left, down the whole time, and you really need something to kind of like get up and push forward at the end. The hyzer just, it'll get you a putt if you get clean. So kind of this isn't really like a park it hole. This is a give yourself a putt and make it hole. Deep, get through. Oh, I think I went all the way around the trees. Gave myself a look. I was lucky. That's what we need to do on this putt here. We need to ring the chains and get another birdie. This buzz was pretty solid. Oh my gosh, dude. The putt feels good today. I'm just off. Another par, but quick little disc golf content lesson. So lately, myself included, it's been a trend to film disc golf shots zoomed in. Basically, if you're filming on iPhone, you film on 3x zoom. If you're filming on a camera like this is at 18 to 135, and I might be filming, you know, at anywhere from 18 to 135. But more often than not, I'm filming zoomed in, at least about halfway. So when I'm filming a putt like that last one, I was right on the circle's edge, probably like a 30-footer. It might look like it's a 12-footer. That's because of this little thing called lens compression. And like the depth of field gets changed. So I see a lot of videos right now of people filming, and it basically squishes everything together, makes it look closer, makes the basket look a lot closer than it is. So people on the internet, keyboard warriors, are going crazy because they can't throw far, and disc golf Instagrammers all throw really far. So we'll throw a 400-foot hole on 3x zoom, or on the camera really zoomed in, and then it looks like it's 250 feet, and people just can't handle that people on the internet can throw further than them. But it's always the people that comment that like 400, okay, that's 250, or 30-foot putt, okay, that's a 12-footer. It's always those guys who have no videos on their Instagram and probably suck at disc golf. So just a little lesson for you. That's what it is, guys. If everything looks squished together, if you're like, there's no way that's 400 feet, it's because of lens compression. And now you know, so you don't have to be one of those idiots on Instagram who's like going crazy, you know, that everyone on Instagram throws further than them. Sorry, guys. We still throw further than you, because if you're commenting about that, you're probably a little bitch. But let's throw this hole. I'll show you right here, actually. So this hole, it's like 450 feet. But look, the more you zoom it in, it looks closer. So obviously that's almost completely zoomed in. And then if I were to stand, you know, right here, I'm on the end of the tee box. You probably can't see much of my body, but if I were to throw it, it would look like it would get there really fast. Whereas if I'm zoomed all the way out like this, now, oh, it's a 415-foot hole. Crazy. And you may ask yourself, Brad, why are you guys doing that? It looks better. It looks a lot better. Less messy. The background looks a little cleaner. It doesn't look like you're just a wide angle in the forest. It looks nice. And then, you know, if you frame up the putts correctly, you can really like see yourself and then the basket hit. If you had someone like pull in focus where it goes from like the putter and then they get blurry and the basket comes in focus right as the disc goes in, it'd be sick. But one-man operation here. All right, 415, par 3, one of my favorite holes on the course. We're going Firebird. Come on. Oh, that was gonna be so good. Well, I'm gonna try another one just because I love throwing this hole. And then we'll get up there and save our par, hopefully. That's probably what I should have done. Yeah, that's definitely what I should have done. See what I mean there? Longer reach back, less effort. When you hit it right, it's perfect. The Firebird, I did a little bit more of like a compact, more powery shot. And it was a great shot too, honestly. If I missed the tree on the left, just by that inch that it hit it, probably would have been right up by the basket as well. But that's kind of the two forehand forms I'm working with right now. Just gonna go stable approach disc here. Hit it on hyzer, glide it in. Get over the log, skip. Oh, what is that straight skip? So the tree here is right in the line of my putt. So we're gonna take a slightly staggered stance here. Try and just spin one flat. Yes, let's go, come on. Yeah, needed that. Finally hit a putt, saved a par. 269 feet. Hole, what is this, 15? We got the Mando left side. One of the tightest gaps out here. What's this S? Let's go. Get up there, jump. Oh yeah, there we go, dead center. She wasn't pretty, but she's in. She was also ugly and she's not in, but that's a big hole to get right there. Love executing that shot. Hole 16, 357. Usually I go buzz, but we're actually just gonna go lone howl here, or last howl. slight flex, try and really get there fast, and then fade. Love it. I have a feeling that's really good. Whew. Last howel, definitely the right play for me today. Little down tempo flex, flirted with the OB, but we stayed safe. Just inside circle, come on. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh man. God, that sucks, but the exciting news is hole 17, they actually put the long pin back in, the Pro Tour pin up to the left on the rock. It's a par 5, 727 feet. We gotta get a birdie here. We're going DD1. Just gonna try and execute a really nice shot, keep it very straight. Come on. Yes, missed that. Get around, keep pushing. With this hole playing as a par 5, this is where I really gotta like play this one smart and execute the 4. You know what? The tactic shot today has been kind of letting me down. I think we're just gonna throw the old eagle wig. Oh. Stay with the trend here. We'll just go backhand. Little putter shot. Huh. I don't know. A little short, I think, not gonna lie. One of those days where I don't feel like I'm playing bad, but every shot is just not quite what I was trying to do, you know? Like, nothing's too horrendous. I'm not shanking shots, but I'm just not quite sharp. Not quite executing. About a 35 footer here. The left side tree is just off of the left of the basket, right where I want to put my putt. We're gonna have to hit it a little more flat, a little spinny. Let's go, come on. Oh, we needed that. Hole 18, it is not the Pro Tour hole 18, unfortunately. It's kind of just a 300 foot, give or take, slightly bends to the right. We're gonna go beat up approach disc here. Hit it hard, give it the air. Hopefully it just flips up to flat. Wide open, but a little out of my range. See what we can do. Hit the tire. Is player 2 doing anything? Well, 2 for 2. Hope you enjoyed that one. Weather permitting, we're gonna try and bring you a bunch more of these this week, except after today, I think it's supposed to rain all week. But lately in Charlotte, when it says it's supposed to rain all day, it just downpours for like an hour and then you're pretty much good. So hopefully the weather holds off. I'm gonna try and get out to a whole bunch of courses, film videos like this. Might talk a little more, might talk a little less. Might have people with me, might be just me. I don't know. A little last hurrah out here in Charlotte. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. Shot a 3 under par or 2 under, depending on hole 5. Not good. It was one of them really stale rounds. I think I only had 1 bogey, if I remember right. So clearly I just did not get any birdies, which at Hornets Nest, with my style of game, I really think it sets up for me well on those like 600 foot par 4s. And the fact that I think I only got 1 of the par 4s and I got the par 5. Yeah, not good, to be honest, but I don't know. Pro Tour layout, kept it under par. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it, guys. You know what I mean? Missed a lot of putts, but the putt felt solid. They were like tracking. I don't know. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.
And right here, I have a frisbee bag. It holds all my frisbees, the ones I like.